권대TV는 이 세상을 새로운 눈으로 조명합니다. The Korea Indonesian Management Association. 우리 서울대학교 비교경제연구센터 함께하는 K Entrepreneurship Forum입니다. 우리 김기찬 교수님께서 주관하시는 그 모임인데요. 오늘 제가 초대를 받고 지금 왔습니다. 너무도 좋은 취지의 모임이라고 생각돼서 이모저모를 살펴봅니다. 아침 7시부터 이런 시간에 시작되는 조찬 모임이라서 간단한 아침 식사를 준비했는데요. 저는 양식, 호텔에서 준비하는 그런 조차는 많이 먹어봤지만 이렇게 정성이 가득 담긴 비빔밥 조차는 처음입니다. 아, 이거 그래요? 아이고, 저런. 아이고, 이게 보통 정성이 아닌데. 아, 참 대단한 정성이에요. 미역국까지.
안녕하세요. 사모님은 어떻게 오늘 오셔요?
아니 모릅니다.
아, 오셔라도 인사를 할 텐데.
너무 예쁘고
아, 참
보고 싶은데.
대단한. 교수님 오늘 이거 좀 찍어도 되죠?
네, 찍어도
아, 예.
우리 제가 이제 30명이 우리 개성원에 가가지고 우리 LG 교보생명 연수원에
아, 예.
참석해 가지고
우리만 잘 듣는 거
강남
아니에요?
스타일 경쟁대회 하는데
그래요?
100만 원을 후원해가지고
아.
명동 칼국수에 그 자리에서 1등 50만 원, 2등 30만 원, 3등 20만 원 해가지고 강남 스타일 우리 1등 했어요. 네.
김기찬 교수님이십니다. K 엔터프로너십으로 대단히 유명하죠. 영혼이 있는, 사랑이 있는, 그리고 자유와 자율이 있는 경영, 이것이 K 엔터프로너십이다, 이렇게 주창하시는 분이십니다. 이분께서 지금 하고 계신 한 인도네시아 경영학회 키마입니다. 키마 그 회원들이 아주 재미나게 활동하는 그 모습의 그 비디오를 보내주셨는데요. 잠시 보겠습니다. 기업가 정신은 정신이다. 정신이 행동을 만들고 행동이 문화를 만들고 문화가 문명을 만든다. 문명은 정신에서 나온다. PSBP 모델입니다. 카네만의 프레임과 아담 스미스의 공감으로 강의를 시작하시는 김기찬 교수님입니다. 세상을 바라보는 마음의 창에 따라 생각이 달라집니다. 기회를 보면 기업가이고 어려움을 보면 전문가입니다. 이 생각이 행동과 문화를 바꿉니다. 인간은 두 번 태어납니다. 한 번은 엄마에게서, 또 한 번은 선생님에게서. 전자로 생물학적 인생이 시작되지만 후자로 페다고지컬 라이프로 인간은 꿈을 꾸기 시작합니다. 진정한 인생은 꿈꿀 때 시작됩니다. 기업가는 세상의 문제를 생산적으로 해결하는 꿈을 가진 사상가, 띵커입니다. 기업가가 꿈이 없어질 때 가장 기업이 위험해집니다. 김기찬 교수께서 바로 오늘 몇 시간 전에 올린 포스팅의 내용입니다. 보통 이런 조찬 모임 하면 대단히 딱딱한 그런 분위기를 생각하기 쉬우신데요. 키마 회원들의 이런 어떤 활동 그리고 즐거운 모습들 보니까 여기는 또 사유가 있는 아주 특별한 모임이구나, 이런 생각을 하게 됩니다. 네, 많은 분들이 오시네요. 이금영 회장님도 오시고 다들 감탄하십니다. 보통 일이 아니에요. 이게 보통 일이 아니라니까. 오늘 스피커께서도 오시고 오늘 강의 주제가 굉장히 재밌습니다. K-pop 그리고 BTS 관련된 얘기이기 때문에 여러분들께서도 굉장히 흥미가 있으실 겁니다. 연세대학교 경영대학 이밀 교수님이십니다. 정보시스템 전공 교수이고 BK21 사업 교육단장으로 재직하고 계십니다. 강의는 전반적으로 영어로 진행되는데요. 전체 강의 내용은 굉장히 깁니다. 별도로 그것은 첨부하기로 하고, 여기서는 질의응답 시간에 제시되었던 질문 그리고 응답을 통해서 그 강의의 진술을 한번 맛보는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 김기찬 교수님의 랩업, 그리고 가게에 대한 총평, 그리고 또 질문을 유도하는 그런 시간이 있었습니다. K 엔터프로너십 포럼입니다. 여기는 한국인들 뿐만 아니고 인도네시아 학생 그리고 또 외국에서 오신 분들도 많이 참석을 했습니다. 오늘 강의는 K-팝과 BTS 이런 주제로 열렸는데요. 어떻게 그 K-팝이 한국의 그 문화적인 그 아이콘으로 성장할 수 있었던가, 그 배경은 무엇인가, BTS 이전의 K-팝 그리고 BTS 이후의 K-팝을 비교하는 시간도 가졌습니다. 이렇게 BTS가 이렇게 성장하게 된 그런 배경으로서 첫째는 공감 능력, 그 다음에 진정성, 있는 그대로를 보여주는 그 진정성, 소통 능력, 뭐 이런 것들을 들었습니다. 인도네시아에서 온 여성입니다.
Good morning, Professor. My name is Yasmin. I'm from Igual Women's University. I'm a student, master student. First, thank you for your presentation regarding K-pop and especially BTS. I'm actually a K-pop fan as well, but maybe not BTS. I'm so sorry. It's just no, it should be. Maybe it's not that popular internationally. So what I want to ask is, when you do a research about BTS and K-pop, do you research the other external factors that influence the popularity of BTS worldwide? Maybe that you already said about the empathy, communication, and the soul, and also the skills that they have. Do you think there are other factors externally, maybe what the agency did for them compared to other agency or other group that
기획사의 역할을 맡고 있는데요. BTS의 기획사, 기타 다른 K-팝들의 기획사 어떤 점이 달랐을까? 그것도 어떤 점이 성공했을까? 그런 질문입니다.
Cannot be explained with three things. Actually, hundreds of different components. But I think one of the things in terms of EA, the Big Hit Entertainment, I think of what they did well, especially
여러 가지 요인과 그리고 차별점이 있을 수 있겠지만 방탄소년단의 기획사 그 방시혁 씨가 가장 잘했던 점은 바로 방탄소년단 그 멤버들에게 자유를 준 것이라고 교수님께서는 설명을 하십니다.
autonomy or freedom. That's one thing. Another thing is that the Big Hit Entertainment was really good at.
두 번째 잘했던 점은 바로 SNS를 잘 활용했던 능력인데요. 기술적으로서 그런 것이 아니라 정말로 진정성 있는 소통을 위해서 SNS를 적극 활용하고 따라서 있는 그대로의 모습을 보여줬다는 데 있다고 설명을 하십니다.
The video, remember the video I showed? They uploaded unpolished, uncensored videos. I think that's a very brave move, and it was inevitable because they had to do something different. Right? But anyway, so they really good at handling SNS. I think that's another thing. And also there are a lot of components, right?
처음으로 참가했지만 저도 이 대목에서는 질문을 하나 했습니다.
You mentioned that the key success factor of the BTS is to give them freedom. Okay. Do you think that giving the freedom to the employees of the enterprise will be some a successful factor for the success of entrepreneurs or some enterprises?
Okay.
BTS의 성공 요인이 그들에게 자유를 주었다고 말씀하셨는데 같은 논리로 기업들에게 또는 기업의 그 직원들에게 자유를 주는 것이 그 기업가나 또는 그 기업의 발전 또는 성공의 요인이 될 수 있다고 생각하냐는 이런 질문이었습니다. 그에 대한 교수님의 대답은 직종과 그 다음에 직군 그리고 기업에 따라서 다 차이가 있다. 어떤 직군에 있어서 자유를 그냥 무방비로 주는 것은 해독이 될 수도 있다. 이런 설명이었습니다. 김기찬 교수님의 또 반론이 이어집니다. 과거의 기업들은 위에서 시키는 대로 룰에 따라서 어떤 디시플린에 따라서 상명하복의 그러한 질서였다면 오늘날의 기업은 창의와 혁신을 요구하는 그런 기업 환경이기 때문에 직원들에게 자유를 부여하는 것 이것이 그들의 생산성, 창의력 이것을 증진시키는 데 큰 도움이 될 수 있다. 직원 10명 중 단 2명만이 업무 몰입도가 높다는 그런 통계 조사도 있는 만큼 그 이유를 살펴보면 바로 그것은 자율성이 결여되어 있기 때문이 아닌가 하는 교수님의 말씀입니다. 저는 적극 공감합니다.
Innovation. We need more idea. We need more engagement. So only two out of 10 are fully engaged in the company. So because of what? Because of bureaucracy.
기업의 관료주의를 타파하는 것, 혁파하는 것 이것이 생산성이 높고 직원들의 몰입도가 높은 그런 행복한 기업의 전제 조건이라는 말씀을 다시 한번 강조했습니다.
So then the BTS gave a freedom. So they thought this is the leadership of the BTS. So not bureaucratic, but humanocratic, including empathy, empowerment, inspiration, enablement, or something.
Let me add something. I mean, it's like
이밀
we
교수님께서
are my
저희 질문에 대한
because,
대답을 약간
depends-
수정을
different
하십니다.
areas require
다시
different
말하자면
levels of freedom. So for example,
아무리
even
직종이
this,
다르고
post,
그 직군이 다르다고 하고 또 제조업이나 이런 데 대해서 다르긴 하겠지만
initial training.
직원들에게
So they need
자유를
initial
갖다 주는 것 이것은 중요하다는
Because
얘기입니다.
without
다만
initial training,
그렇게 하기 위해서는 반드시 기본적인 훈련이 완벽하게 되어 있어야 하는 그런 전제가 필요하다는 것이죠. 그런 어떤 전제 없이 그냥 자유를 주게 되면 이것은 거의 방임의 그런 해독을 끼칠 수가 있기 때문에 기본이 단단히 다져지고 그 이후에 그 직종에 따른 적절한 그런 자유가 주어지면 모든 생산성, 그 다음에 업무 몰입도 직원의 행복도가 다 높아질 수 있다는 그런 말씀으로서 저희 질문에 대한 대답을 마무리하셨습니다. 많은 질문들이 오갔습니다. 이렇게 이른 아침에 이런 주제를 가지고 강의를 하시는 것도 대단하지만은 그 강의를 듣고 또 거기에 대한 자신들의 생각들을 가감없이 그렇게 표현하는 이런 오디언스들의 그 태도도 저는 우리나라를 앞으로 발전시키는 큰 원동력이 될 것이라고 생각합니다. 생각해 보십시오. 이렇게 이런 시간에 이런 조찬 모임들이 얼마나 많습니까? 세상이 무너질 것 같아도 바로 그러한 학구열, 그러한 공부의 어떤 그 패턴들이 우리나라를 우리나라답게 그렇게 지탱하는 큰 요인이라고 생각합니다. 이어지는 질문 그리고 거기에 대한 대답을 제가 다 일일이 그렇게 전달할 그런 뜻은 없습니다. 여러분들께서는 이런 분위기를 잘 살펴보시고 이런 조찬 모임들이 있을 때 꼭 나가셔서 새로운 정보도 습득하시고 또 함께 공부하시는 학반들과의 그런 네트워크도 생각하시고 그런 보람 있는 생활을 하셨으면 좋겠습니다. 이어지는 질의입니다. 그리고 전체 강의 내용을 여러분들께 보내드리면서 원대TV 인사드립니다. 오늘도 행복한 하루 되십시오. 감사합니다.
Very interesting. You mentioned mixing different angles and also organizational innovation that makes this BTS group different. And we know that Samsung also was leader in organizational innovation, the first company to recruit talented people. But what makes K-pop groups also global phenomena? Because the whole industry is very intense competition. Visiting or participating in one conference, they said that Korean also mix traditional and contemporary culture, that these idols pretend that they are ignorant about the traditional Korean culture and they are learning themselves, they actually teach the global audience. But what is has been a phenomenon that makes them really globally also well accepted? Thank you.
Yeah, I think in terms of globalization, I think two things also. One is mixing. Again, that the mixing different genres, K-pop became another new genre. So to them, K-pop is kind of new. Although K-pop is a mix of all different genres, as a whole, the fans feel that K-pop is a different genres of music. That's one thing. So this is kind of refreshing. But the another one is excellent performance. So all K-pop idol group members are good dancers, good singers, and also good looking. So that's what they cannot find in other traditional Western music groups. Because in Western music groups, they focus on music, right? They sing very well, they can compose well, but they cannot dance. Right? But in Korean idol groups, they can sing, they can dance. So performances are what initially catches global fans' eyes, and then once they listen to the music and once they get interested in the groups, then they start reading the lyrics. In BTS case, the BTS fan, this is the typical path of becoming ARMY. The first thing, they see it's a good dance and good looking and good song. So they start enjoying BTS songs, and then they start to reading lyrics, and they touched. Because they say, BTS says that love yourself, right? So I think that's the difficult, yeah. So I think that's different.
But this combination of traditional and contemporary culture.
I think that's the secondary, because basically K-pop idol music is Western music, basically. Difference in pop and hip hop and so on. And obviously, BTS has a song that has Korean traditional musical components, such as idol, but that's after they become famous. Because to Western, the global fans, Korean traditional music, if you make it apparent, then some fans would not acceptable to them. So they have the base Korean traditional music components, unnoticeable components, but if you make it noticeable, then some people will like it, some people wouldn't like it. So I think that you need a balance between. Yeah. But obviously, they have their Korean traditional musical components in that. That's obvious, but most people wouldn't notice it.
The composer is non-Korean,
Right, right. So K-pop is globalized in terms of members, international members, also composers. I think probably, I don't know, I don't have the exact number, but probably 40% of K-pop songs were composed by global composers.
Maybe more than that.
More than 50%? Depending on how famous the group is.
Okay.
First of all, I appreciate your insight lesson. I'm very interested on your point. And I work for global company for more than 30 years, so I'm very interested on the diversity. So when my understanding is that one of the success factor of the BTS is mixing. That is some similar concept of the embrace diversity. So my question is that how about the Korean the companies that in terms of the embrace diversity and the embrace of the other culture, other different culture, different race, and to be globalized company. So how what is the assessment, and how do you feel about the Korean companies in terms of the diversity?
Okay, I think that's an excellent question. I think we can think of diversity in many different ways. One way is diversity in terms of product and services. So I think Korean companies are already diversified, globalized in terms of product service they are producing and serving. But if we mean diversity by internal employee composition, I think Korean companies are not very diversified and globalized. But my personal opinion is that although it will take time, they'll go to that direction. I think Korean company, they have to be diversified to survive. So I think but it takes a long time. That's my opinion.
So let me start with 3 things. Number 1, smile. Not a smile, but smile. Yeah. Number 2, chicken. Number 3, warm up. Let's try to practice 3 things first. Smile, please. Yeah. Smile. Yeah. Number 2, yeah. Chicken. Number 3, warm up. Then encouraging the people next to you. Say something, yeah.
So this soup makes
warm already. Right, yeah. So this is the second Entrepreneurship Forum in English. So today, this is about the culture. Okay. What is the culture and what is the civilization? So any idea about civilization and the culture?
But Korean way?
Yeah, the whatever culture, whatever civilization. Any difference between culture and civilization?
For sure.
Okay. So as far as I am concerned, culture is about what we are. Civilization is about what we have. So then today we invited Professor Im Il, who is a professor of business school at the Yonsei University. So before we get started, I am asking the Professor Lee for congratulate this speech for everybody. I want to invite you.
Thank you. I'm Kun Lee, Egan Seoul National University. I'm co-host of this forum with Professor. And our center is Seoul National University Comparative Economic Studies Center. So we are the co-sponsoring this event. And this is important because entrepreneurship innovation is the key force of economic development in Korea. And nowadays, people are turning to this K-entertainment industry. This is one of the most promising and world-recognized industries. So that's how we have invited Professor Im for today's event. So let's welcome him with a big hand.
Okay, before how about having some time to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so some of you know each other, but I am asking you very brief introduction to yourself. Yeah. So how about you? Okay, the 1 minute for your time.
안녕하세요.
Oh, great. Yeah.
My name is Margit Kieris and I come from Estonia, Tallinn University of Technology. I'm a researcher and my topic is about innovation policy and technology governance. So I think that South Korea is the best place to know about these issues. But then I try to make sense how Korea has achieved what it has. It's like moving target, that you are also, your innovation, economic and industry policies are also targeting this moving target, and this is very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Korea is smart. Korea is fast. Korea is dynamite, correct? Okay. Yeah. 그래서 English 나중에 하면 되겠죠. Okay. 권회장님 잠시 하세요.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is T.W. Kwang. I'm from Gangwon-do province for listening this very valuable lecture this morning. I have been working for the industry for 48 years, and fortunately, I have been serving as a CEO for 35 years.
Wow.
And I am always interested in Professor Kim Ki-chan's Entrepreneurship Forum. So that's why I came this morning here, and really I would like to have some contact with all of your participants, and I am sure that I'll be participating in the future very diligently. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
네, 안녕하세요. 저 김석문입니다. 전 주사약병 앰플 바이알 만드는 회사 하고 있고요. 김희찬 교수님 일전에 인도 같이 갔다가 만나 뵙고 오늘 오라를 처음 왔습니다. 감사합니다.
Welcome, thank you very much. So then the Korea is the world famous language, correct? Yeah. So then everybody understand. So, okay. So then, can you
Hello, my name is Kay Peng. I'm the general manager of Group Set Korea. We have the brand famous Tefa and the brand F. And also, I'm always interested in the Ki-chan Kim's lessons. But I'm more interested today because I'm also ARMY of BTS since 2021.
Wow.
So I'm very interested for today's seminar. Thank you.
I am so glad to see Lee Gum-yong, who is one of world most famous for CEO program. Thank you very much for coming. 우리 들어오신 분 한번 소개해.
안녕하세요. 저는 김지연이라고 하고요. 지금은 건국대학교에서 학부생들 대상으로 기업가 정신 관련된 수업 진행하고 있습니다. 평소 사실 교수님 블로그랑 페이스북 계속 왔다 갔다 하면서 구경만 하다가 오늘 처음 왔습니다. 만나뵙게 돼서 반갑습니다.
So then most of them did already. So then we are going to invite the professor in here. So actually, as far as I know, he was good at the dancing, singing, yeah. But now he is a great professor who got the academic many awards at the Yonsei University. But today the issue is not about the business, but the culture. Please give him warm.
Good morning, everyone. Really, it's good early morning. My name is El Im, and I'm a faculty at Yonsei University. Let me make this clear. I'm not an expert in entertainment industry or BTS. I'm just one fan of BTS. My area is AI and machine learning and computer science and those things. However, I am tracing K-pop as a fan over 30 years. So today's my talk is about K-pop and BTS as a fan. Okay, as you know, K-pop became a cultural icon. And why? Before I answer the question, let me briefly overview the Korean K-pop history. So in the past we called Gayo, not K-pop. And until 1990s, we had a lot of self-grown artists such as Imija or Joyong-pyeon. And these are legendary singers in Korea. And they didn't have any systematic training, but they became a great artist. But there is a first big bang. In 1992, there is a big thing in K-pop history, stage and voice. And today's talk, my talk is over 60% of my talk is video clip. So let me show you a video clip of stage and voice. Remember? So as I said, I have been tracing the K-pop over 30 years because I personally was interested in K-pop, and I would say I have watched two big events, Big Bang, in past 30 years of K-pop history. One was this one. This is Big Bang, really big impact. Second was BTS. Okay, so why they are so unique? Because they showed us freedom. And in 1990s, still the Korean society was a little bit rigid and politically a little bit restricted, but they showed freedom. They were very free. And also, they fused diverse genres, for example, rap, I think they are the first group who actually performed rap in Korean K-pop. Also, they are authentic. They made music and lyrics, and they put their thoughts and ideas and voices in their lyrics. So we could feel that they have know their thoughts and opinions about things. So that's very unique thing about Student Voice. So they became a social phenomenon, and they influenced a lot of following artists. Okay, so after Stage and Voice, we had a lot of entertainment agents companies, emerging. So for example, the big three companies, SM, YG, and JYP, they emerged in 1990s because the Korean K-pop market was growing quickly. So these companies was established, and they accumulated a lot of knowledge and know-how and strategy and so on. So this is their system. Initially, the Korean EA companies was influenced by Japanese EA system in that they sign on a potential artist as a trainee, and usually the contract is 7 or 8 years, and then they provided the training, vocal training, dance training, language training, performance training, and so forth. But as they gain experience, the Korean EA companies evolved into different companies, different from the Japanese companies. So for example, Japanese EA companies, they treat their trainees as an entertainer. So they more focus on entertaining, such as singing, dancing, and also acting and so on. But in Korean EA companies, they focused on artistic aspect of their idol groups or singers. So that's one thing. And also, the Korean EA companies became more global, as opposed to the Japanese EA companies who were focusing on domestic market. And also, they embraced diverse music genres. So probably remember that some iconic idol groups by these big three companies, H.O.T. and 소녀시대, Girls' Generation, Wonder Girls, and Big Bang, right? So they are very famous. And then how K-pop is different? I think the biggest difference is K-pop is a fusion of various genres. I think you know that different music genres, right? Pop, for example, this is pop. Michael Jackson, king of pop, right? And also there is a hip hop. This is a legendary rapper, Tupac.
Come on, I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like for a living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being born, even worse, I'm black. I'm on the dirt, so I'm looking for a breath to snatch. God's given tail about a need to grow. Pull a trick.
Yeah, and also there's R&B, I think you're familiar with, right? A lot of bending and in the singing. Justin Bieber. And also there's a ballad. Titanic. So these different genres used to be separate. So for example, hip-hop singers, they just perform hip-hop. But in Korean idol groups, they do everything. Even in one song, they have a little bit of everything. Right? So they mix pop, hip-hop, R&B, and ballad and other things, even traditional Korean music. So I think K-pop is bibimbap. Korean bibimbap is one, right? So how do you make bibimbap? We need the basic ingredients, rice, vegetables, right? Fried eggs and gochujang, right?
That's why we prepared the people
Yeah.
for your lecture.
Yeah. So Professor Kim had a plan. So, but it becomes quite different dish depending on what you add. For example, this is a vegetable bibimbap we had today, right? But if you add meat, it becomes meat bibimbap. Right? If you add 꼬막 and clamshell, and it becomes 꼬막 bibimbap, right? So that's the, I think, important aspect of characteristic of bibimbap. We have everything in one bowl, and also at the same time, if you add something new, it becomes a new dish, right? So mixing things, if you don't like a spice, then no problem, you can replace gochujang with soy sauce. So mixing different components is very common in Korean culture. So for example, Korean people don't like drink just one liquor, right? You don't drink just soju or just beer, right? But you mix and drink somek, right?
Yeah.
And also, in wedding in Korea, we don't have only one ceremony, right?
Oh,
Twice, right? Western style, then you change
Korean.
clothes and you have Korean traditional style, right?
Oh, yeah.
Also, in terms of religion, I think Korea is the only one of the few countries where the different various religions coexist peacefully. We have Buddhism, we have Christianity, Catholic, and shamanism, and we have a lot of. So I think mixing is a key aspect of Korean culture. I think. So that's why we have bibimbap music. So for example, I think K-pop is a musical bibimbap. So base component is vocal, dance, and music. We need very good vocal and dance to make a good bibimbap, right? We need very good voice to make a good bibimbap, right? And then, as a garnish, we have visual. We have a lot of good-looking girls and boys, right? And then the gochujang, I think producing is a kind of source that bonds everything together harmoniously. And also, same as bibimbap, if you add hip hop, you got hip hop idol. If you add some toughness to a group, then you get gold crush idol or manly idol, right? So depending on what you add, you have different types of music. So in summary, K-pop before BTS, K-pop was musically influenced by various Western genres, but we mixed them together. And in terms of training system, Korean EA systems are influenced by Japanese EA system, but they evolved in different systems. So this is common process of making K-pop artists. So they discover potential artists, they sign a contract, and then train, they evaluate, and they select, they form a group. And also, the company, the important thing is that in Korea, before BTS, EA companies, they prepared everything. For example, concept, we call it 세계관. So different idol groups, I'm not sure if you know, but different idols have different view of world view. And they decide style, music, and even the members were selected by company. Then we have second big bang, BTS. BTS 7-member idol group debuted in 2017 and 13. Fan club is ARMY. I think some of you know individual members' names, or you don't, right? It doesn't matter. Okay. Let me explain members a little bit. Okay. We have vocal line, who mainly sing. Okay. They are good singers. We have rapper line, okay. And we have dance team. And actually, all of them can dance very well. But actually, these three people, they lead dance performance. And we have visual. All of them are handsome, but especially these three. And these four, they produce music. And we have a leader, alright. And also initially, now most members speak English fluently, but at the early days, the RM was the only member who can speak English, so he was an interpreter. So we have different roles in members. Okay. And there's a ARMY fan chant, 응원구호. Okay, let me.
이기로 등 이기로 등 이경이 나오다 파이팅
is a strict order of name in their fan chant. Can you guess what the order is? Leader first, RM, Namjoon. Then seniority. It's very Korean. In Korea, age is important, right? So, except for the leader, Kim Namjoon, they call the names in the order of age. So I think it's also very Korean. I mean, this is not only Korean fans, all global fans do the same thing. Okay? So, what makes BTS unique? Before I talk about that, this is how they grew and became world famous.
The Billboard Music Award goes to... A little bit nervous to announce this next performance.
Artist of the Year.
그래서 they debut.
We're back with BTS, and first of all, let's have introductions. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is RM. I'm the leader of this crew and Hi guys.
Okay, so they were nobodies when they debuted. Oh, let me tell you one more. The video I'm showing to you, I edited most of the video, so the editing is a little bit mediocre, so please understand. So they were nobody because they are from small company. Now it became a big company, but at the time it was Big Hit Entertainment, small company, and at that time Korean entertainment industry was very influenced by the big three, SM, JYP, and YG. So they had a hard time. But actually also they are all non-Seoul, so domestic. No member was from international. So, but however, they gradually gained popularity through their excellent performance, singing, dancing. And then that was not all. There are hundreds of idol groups who can sing and dance as well as BTS. But what made them outstanding? I think there are three components. One is empathy. So if you look at the lyrics of their songs, this is a lyric of Charo, and they understand and they emphasize the difficulties of young generation. You may think that young people these days they don't have any worries and so forth, but actually if you think about your own 20s, when you are in your own 20s, you had a lot of difficulties, right? I think the young people in these days, they also have difficulties, and they emphasize their difficulties. And also, this is a lyric for C, and if you see here, they say, small company idol with nothing much was our second name. So they had a lot of difficulties as an idol group from small company. And however, in lyric for Love You Myself, they say you have to love yourself, regardless of anything. So I think you know that a lot of psychological problems come from lack of self-confidence. So if you don't love yourself, you have a lot of psychological problems, right? So they say to their fans, love yourself. That's the first step of your life. So this is really for love myself. So I think that this is the key message of BTS. Love yourself, love myself. Okay. And second thing, I think many people know this. BTS is good at communicating with their fans. So they use the SNS as a primary outreach channel. But some people say using SNS well is the main factor of BTS success. I don't think that's true. If you can become popular just using SNS well, then why are the idols not popular not as popular as BTS, right? So I think using SNS with their empathy and also their sincerity is the key of success. So this is the numbers. The official music video of their songs, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 music videos, they have over 1 billion views. 10억 view. So let's watch some of their music videos. This is 3 minutes, so please bear with me.
어서 와. 방탄은 처음이지?
Oh, this music video is a chronicle order, so please see how diverse their music genres are, also how they evolved in terms of performance and singing. Okay. This is 봄날, Spring Day, my favorite song. This is Halsey featured in this song.
Yeah.
as you watch, they can perform a lot of diverse genres, and also mostly their songs are very bright atmosphere, but they have their true message in their lyrics. So you have to look at their lyrics, not just listen to the music, to understand BTS. Right? I think the second keyword is communication. So they sincerely communicate with their fans. So they uploaded Bangtanbang or Bangtan channel. So they recorded their daily lives and they uploaded video. So something like this one. This is did you hear P sound? Actually, Suga Minyoongi, he said F word. Curse. So usually, if you're idol, then would you upload this kind of video? No, right? You will hide, right? But they uploaded their daily lives without hiding anything. So by watching these videos, so people, they feel that these BTS members are next door boys, or my cousin, or my little brother, and so. So they feel very closeness. This is one way of communicating with their fans. Another one is there is an instance that RM wrote the lyrics that could be considered as gender discrimination. So fans pointed it out, and RM apologized. This is usually what happens, right? But in other idol groups, this is end. But in this case, later, a fan found that RM was reading books about feminism. So this is what RM posted to Twitter, and just regular picture showing his room. But a fan with a good eye found this one. This is a book titled Man Box. This is a book about feminism. So we can see that RM was studying feminism. So if other idol groups had the same instance, then probably they apologize and nothing will happen, right? But RM sincerely accepted fans' opinions, and he was trying to improve himself by reading and getting a better understanding of feminism. So this is a real communication, right? Just exchange messages is not real communication. The real communication is understanding what the other means, right? What the other wants, right? And also, we see a lot of communications among fans, not just between BTS and fans. So for example, fans upload cover dance videos in YouTube. So are you familiar with cover dance? Cover dance means that you perform same dance performance as idols and other artists. So for example, this is a music video. This is cover dance. Yeah, so in YouTube, there are millions of cover dance videos of BTS. So this is how fans communicate each other. So by uploading this video and watching this video and adding comments, they are communicating, they are sharing same experience. And also, but not all fans can dance, right? Many fans cannot dance. Then what they do? They make reaction video. They record their reactions to the video they are watching. So, for example, this one.
That is the backpack kid move, isn't it? It is, right? I'm really clever lad.
What's happening? Why eat the banana?
And they are actually professional rappers, performance.
Oh, sugar!
Oh, my boy.
BTS also uploaded their reaction video. So they are reacting to the BTS, reacting to their video. Some fans, they aggregate different reaction videos, so we can watch many reactions at the same time. So this is how fans communicate. And I think the third keyword is authenticity. In Korean, 진정성. They have their authenticity, their sincerity in their performance. So I think authenticity is the key when communicating with fans on the SNS, because fans recognize lies and pretense very quickly. So in the past, the Korean EAs, entertainment agencies, they try to hide their idols, so they call that mysticism strategy. But in these days, fans want to see their real face. So I think that's what BTS do well. So BTS, as I said earlier, BTS posts videos and SNS content regularly, and also in their messages, they have their sincerity. Okay. So I think this is a key change in Korean entertainment industry for the past 10-20 years, which is clunky sincerity is better than polished pretense. So in Korean, 투박한 진정성이 잘 다듬어진 가식보단 낫다. So I think that's the key message. I think same in other companies. In consumers, customers, they want to see their sincerity, the real face of the company. So they don't want to see some pretended or set up messages, right? And also, they always show genuine love and care for their fans. So they, whenever they get an award, they always